Before BJJ, I was in the Army. I was doing Army combatives, and I did a little bit of judo too.
Well, I was a wrestler, and I was a collegiate soccer player, and I'd gone through a lot of injuries, and I'd always been a fan of grappling. Obviously, I'd wrestled, and I thought this would be the next best progression, and, came in here, and it was completely addicting.
Yeah.
I used to play soccer before, the weekends.
Yep.
No, never been an athlete or something like that.
Tim, well, I'm from Providence, and as soon as I got out the military, I was looking for places to train. The first place that I saw on Google was Tim Burrill, so I came and I checked it out before I checked out any other places, and then 3 days in, I was just like, he's like, you got 4 more days free. I was like, I'll just sign up now.
Right, and that was it.
When I was 16 years old, I'm a short guy. When I go to the beach and I go to the party, have some gangs and beat up, and I need to try to do something to defend myself. This is the reason I learned Jiu Jitsu.
What led you in here?
A friend of mine had found him, by chance on the internet. Came in here, I had wrestled with him in high school, and he said, "You gotta come in here. This is amazing. It's the best beating you'll ever receive in your life." And sure enough, after some prodding, I came in. I watched one class, and I almost didn't make it through one class watching. I had to get on the mat. It was wild.
Right.
Rarely has anyone come in here of any size, shape, age, and not fallen in love with this and stayed with it to some degree.
And I have 2 cousins that come here. It's Paulo and Vinny, and they've been doing jiu-jitsu with Tim for a year already. And they always, let's go try this. And I was like, no, that's not for me. I'm too big. My legs are too big. Very tight. It wouldn't work. And then one day I went to see them compete, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then I came here, and Tim has an awesome program. He lets you try free for 7 days, a whole week. And I try it out, and I'm not gonna stop now.
When I come here, Rhode Island, I look it up, and
How long ago?
I'll be here some 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and I start training in Jiu Jitsu 2006, and Jim give me opportunity. I'm a pride to train here. I'm glad because this is a spiritual mind, control your mind, emotional, your pain, everything inside your body, inside your soul, inside your mind.
I love teaching it. I love doing it. I love, just the idea of technique and leverage and patience and clarity prevailing over brute strength and force. And
you don't have to be tough to do jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu wasn't created for tough people. It was created by Elio Gracie for women and kids that really couldn't defend themselves, and frail people. So for anybody who doesn't think they're tough enough to do jiu-jitsu, it's not about being tough. It's about being smart and applying the techniques that you need to win, and that's it. And
that's the thing. It really is it's a gentle art. You see it in the UFC. A lot of it's based entirely on leverage. I look like a big guy. My first day in here, I got submitted by a 130-pound girl. And to this day, she still, whoops up on me. So,
right.
It's not about who's bigger, stronger, more athletic. This was created for non-athletes. And this is a great way to stay in shape. And
it looks like you got a good sweat, though. It looks like the workout, too, is... that's not a bad part of it either.
Yeah, I'm 48 years old, man.
Wow, 48, so you look in good shape.
Everything. It's a great workout. It keeps you in shape. I already lost a good 15 pounds since I started.
Wow.
I'll tell you, BJJ grappling as a workout is by far one of the most strenuous workouts you can do. You're on the mat, less than 5 minutes, and you're drenched. You're just drenched head to toe, which means your cardio's kicking, everything's going, and you're burning, the fat. And,
right.
So you're doing, other than learning how to do BJJ, you're also burning and getting in unbelievable condition.
I just competed in the Abu Dhabi Pro Trials in New Jersey 2 weekends ago. I won my weight class. I won gold. Submitted the first 2 guys. Won my finals on points. Then I took gold in the absolute, winning all my fights on points. I injured myself in that tournament, so I couldn't have the performance that I wanted to have. But I ended up taking gold in both divisions, and I won a free ticket, all expense paid trip to Dubai to compete in the main event in April.
So yes, that's a credit to
It's a credit to Tim.
credit to Tim, right?
Possible
Or are you
Tim.
just a natural?
No, I'm not a natural. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do, like at all. I wouldn't be able to do any of the things that I do without Tim. So
Tim's a wizard, to be honest. The way he teaches is beyond just a coach. He's one of the greatest teachers of anything I've ever encountered. And I'm going to school to become a teacher. I'm in a graduate level teaching program. And the way he can break things down into digestible pieces for just about anyone, regardless of whether you're a genius or you're not smart at all. He can he can make it digestible to anyone.
I met Tim Burrill a few years ago back at Dave Borelli's gym in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and it was incredible, bro. I'm a powerlifter, 4 times champion. He just took me and put me into a pretzel like nobody's business. It was insane.
Right.
You'd think you'd have all this power and you'd be able to outpower somebody, and he's just like, the best analogy I can think of, he's like a cat waiting for its prey and just creeping up on you, just playing with you until he has you in its mitts and just takes you down.
Tim, he's an awesome teacher, he really
Knows
does
his
a good
stuff.
job. He really does a good job of explaining to you how things work.
Right.
And he makes you see that, So it's a good deal. Everybody should have.
Yeah, so you did it. So you did it. You would say anybody out there, hey, just come try. You got a
Absolutely.
week
You
free.
gotta try, he gives, everybody a week free, and it's absolutely worth it.
Tim is a genuine class act, one of the most stand-up men I've ever met, and a role model for me, not just as a martial artist, but for the kind of man that I try to be in all walks of my life. And I'm just honored to be able to represent him in his school every evening, and I try to do so with class.
Burrill's gym is definitely, whatever you want to call it, his Jiu Jitsu studio is definitely the place to go to. He's known throughout Rhode Island and New England. I mean, he's actually training professional fighters such as Jorge Rivera. So, I mean, he is incredible. And for him to be training somebody of that caliber, got to say something about his name itself.
I think everybody needs training,
Yes,
Because
yes.
if you're training, you recharge your spiritual,
Absolutely.
everything in blood inside your body. That's it.
Tim's
I'm glad to train here, and I'm glad that he teach me. Always I'm learning. Every day I'm learning something different.